This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi and welcome. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we're featuring students from LBJ High School and United South High School. And of course, before we meet our students, I'd like to take some time to introduce our guest host today, Mr. Steve Landin, Laredo Fire Department Fire Chief. Sir, welcome to our show and thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for the invitation. It's always a pleasure to come out and visit the schools and interact with the students, and I appreciate the invitation.
Very good, sir. And if you could, just for the benefit of our audience and our students, just kind of explain a little bit about what a fire chief does on a daily basis.
Well, fire chiefs pretty much try to keep the community safe. One of the things that we do out there, one of the things I do is make sure that all the apparatus are fully equipped and that the personnel is ready and available to respond to emergencies in our community. And so trying to get the funding necessary to buy them the equipment is my top priority.
All right, excellent, sir. Thank you. And of course, now let's turn our attention to our students. Representing LBJ High School, Lyndon B. Johnson High School, we have David and Kimberly. And David, if you just tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, my name is David Ibarra. I'm a junior in Lyndon B. Johnson High School. I'm a dedicated student. I try to prepare for college. That's my goal, to graduate as a biochemist.
All right, excellent, sir. And Kimberly, what can you tell us about yourself, please?
My name is Kimberly Peña. I'm a student at Lyndon B. Johnson High School, 11th grader. My goal is to go to UT at Austin and study for chemical engineering.
All right, excellent. And representing United South High School, we have Josue and Naomi Ann. And Josue, can you just tell us briefly about yourself, please?
Good morning. My name is Josue Teniente. I'm a junior at United South High School. My plan is to eventually go to University of Texas at Austin and study for being an attorney.
All right, excellent. And Naomi Ann, what can you tell us about yourself, please?
I'm a junior at United South High School, and I also, like Josue and Kimberly, I plan to go to the University of Texas at Austin and study business administration.
All right, excellent. We have a very ambitious group of students with us here today. And before we begin play, let me just go over the rules very briefly. Each team is going to take turns spinning the wheel behind you. We have questions in math, science, social studies, and language arts. Those questions are worth 5 points if you answer them correctly. And of course, there's a 1-minute time limit, and once your time has expired, you're going to hear a chime. And then once you hear that chime, we're going to have to give us an answer. And the category in red that you see there, that's what we call the wild turn category, and it can come from any subject area, and those questions are designed to be a little more challenging, and so those can be worth 10 points if you answer correctly. And of course, you also still have a 1-minute time limit. Now, just keep in mind, students and teams, that if you answer incorrectly or if you fail to answer the question, the other team gets a chance to answer that question and possibly earn the points if they can answer correctly. So we tossed a coin a little earlier today, and I think LBJ, you guys won the toss. So will David or Kimberly, will one of you just give us we'll go ahead and spin the wheel for us, please. Just make sure it goes around at least once. And our first question for this show is going to come from our social studies category. And Mr. Chief Landin, if you can hand me that question. And I'll go ahead and hand the copies to our students. And Chief, you can go ahead and begin reading.
Okay, the subject is social studies. In response to urban condition, Jane Addams, letter A, established settlement houses that aided the poor. Letter B, organized unskilled workers into craft unions. Letter C, wrote newspaper exposes on unsafe working conditions. And letter D, establish schools where immigrants learn English.
We have an answer.
Okay, go ahead. What's your answer, please?
A is correct.
All right. Good job, David and Kimberly. You guys earned 5 points. And United South High School, it's your turn at the wheel. So Josue or Naomi Ann, will one of you will spin the wheel for us, please? And the United South spin will eventually come to rest in the wild turn category. So if you could hand me a question from that center box. And these are going to be designed to be a little more challenging, so this could be worth 10 points if you answer correctly. And it's going to come from the English Language Arts subject area. There you go. And there you go.
Okay. Identify the short story in which an elderly woman poisons her suitor and has kept his dead body in a bedroom for 40 years. Is the story A Rose for Emily, Richard Cory, or The Great Gatsby?
And this is a wild turn question for our students from United South. And are you guys ready to answer? Or
Yes, sir. We choose the answer A Rose for Emily.
That is correct.
All right. Good job, United South. You earned 10 points by answering correctly. And LBJ, it's your turn at the wheel. So David or Kimberly, spin the wheel for us, please. And after a vigorous spin, this wheel will come to rest in the wild turn category. So LBJ responds with a wild turn question of their own. And this one's going to come from the math subject area. There you go. And there you go.
Okay. Antonio is an auto mechanic. To repair a car, he charges a fixed fee of $45 plus $30 per hour for labor. The average amount of time he spends on each repair is 3 hours. The table below shows some of the earnings Antonio has made doing repairs. Antonio decides he wants to increase his total earnings by either charging $10 more on his fixed fee or charging $5 more per hour for labor. What describes the better way to accomplish the increase and gives a correct reason?
And you can read the choices, please.
Letter A, Antonio should increase his hourly rate because his average repair takes 3 hours. Letter B, Antonio should increase his fixed fee because his average repair takes 3 hours. Letter C, Antonio should increase his hourly rate because the total amount of his earnings for each repair will always be $15 more than it is now. Or letter D, Antonio should increase his fixed fee because the total amount of his earnings will always be $10 more than it is now.
And of course, our students have a table they can refer to there in the question I handed them. And of course, they have a minute to answer the question, so they have to give us the correct choice. And of course, just to repeat, Antonio is an auto mechanic. To repair a car, he charges a fixed fee of $45 plus $30 per hour for labor. The average amount of time he spends on each repair is 3 hours. The table below shows some of the earnings Antonio has made doing repairs. And of course, our students can refer to that table. Antonio decides he wants to increase his total earnings by either charging $10 more on his fixed fee or charging $5 more per hour for labor, what describes the better way to accomplish the increase and gives the correct reason. And of course, our students have to decide which of the following is the best answer. And they're consulting with each other, which is what we like to see. And if you're ready, you can go ahead and give us an answer.
I say it's D.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. That's not the answer we were looking for. United South, you have an answer for us, please. And we need an answer right now.
C.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer we were looking for was letter A. Antonio should increase his hourly rate because his average repair takes 3 hours. And that's the answer given to us here. And of course, no points on this round, but good try, everybody. And United South, is going to be your turn at the wheel again. So Josue or Naomi, go ahead and spin the wheel for us, please. And our wheel comes to rest in the science category. So you hand me the science question, Chief, and I'll hand it to our students. There you go. And here you go.
Okay. Seeds are plant offspring that are packaged for dispersal or being spread away from the plant. Which structure of a moss functions as a method of dispersal of offspring? Letter A, it's green gametophyte. Letter B, it's motile sperm. Letter C, it's spores. Or letter D, it's sporophyte.
Again, this is a 5-point science question for our students from United South High School. And are you guys ready with an answer for us, please?
Yes, sir. The answer is C.
C, that is correct. The correct answer is it's spores. And you answered correctly, and you also earned the 5 points. And LBJ, it's your turn. So David or Kimberly, will somebody spin the wheel for us, please? And this time the wheel will come to rest in the wild turn category. So you get another chance at a wild turn question. And this one's going to be coming from the science subject area. There you go.
Okay, the question is, you have a job that requires you to push boxes up a ramp into a truck. All the boxes have the same mass. You can only push one box up the ramp in 30 seconds, but you want to increase your power. What can you do? Letter A, decrease the length of the ramp. Letter B, exercise to increase your arm and leg muscle strength so you can move faster. Letter C, exercise to increase your arm and leg muscle strength so you can push 2 boxes in 30 seconds. Or letter D, take some material out of the boxes so they can, so that they will be lighter.
And again, this is a wild turn question for our students from LBJ. It's from the science subject area. And just to repeat, you have a job that requires you to push boxes up a ramp into a truck. All the boxes have the same mass. You can only push one box up the ramp in 30 seconds. But you want to increase your power, what can you do?
You say C?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. United South, do you have an answer for us, please?
A.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer we were looking for was B, and that would be Chief, if you could read that for us.
Exercise to increase your arm and leg muscle strength so you can move faster.
So that's, nothing's easy in this life, so yeah, you gotta exercise more to move faster. But it's time now for a break, so let's go ahead and take that, and we'll be right back after these messages.
United ISD students and staff are committed to cutting district energy costs.
That means more money for instruction.
Reprogramming schools and office thermostats and purchasing energy-efficient equipment helps reduce costs.
Just turning off the lights in one classroom when not in use can save $50 per year.
Times 2,198 classrooms in UISD.
That's a lot of extra money to help educate our students.
Join UISD in saving energy and money.
Like adults, young people need to exercise too. At least 1 hour of physical activity every day. Regular exercise helps you.
Build healthy bones, muscles, and joints.
Feel less stressed.
Feel better about ourselves. Keep a healthy weight.
Sleep better at night. Feel more ready to learn in school.
And don't forget to make healthy food choices as well.
Exercise and healthy eating equals success.
Get on the right track this school year. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new car as part of the same Kia in the classroom program. In order to win, you'll have to go the distance by having perfect attendance during any 9-week period. Your name will then be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new 2014 Kia Soul. So go the extra mile, attend class, and have the chance to win a Kia.
It's school time, and let's keep Laredo's children safe by following these important safety tips when driving through school zones.
Slow down to 20 miles per hour and be extra careful when driving near schools. State law prohibits the use of cell phones in school zones. If you see a school bus with flashing lights, remember to stop until the bus resumes motion.
Failure to heed these warnings could result in fines or jail time. By staying alert and obeying all traffic laws, we can keep our kids safe.
And welcome back. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of our best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we have students from LB Johnson High School and United South High School. And our guest host today is Mr. Steve Landine, Laredo Fire Department Fire Chief. And Chief, I believe you have a question for our students before we resume play.
Yes. Well, David, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science.
Science, okay. Kimberly?
Mathematics.
Mathematics. Josue?
History.
And Naomi and?
Mathematics.
Mathematics, okay, well good.
All right, very good. A very bright bunch of students here with us today, and United South, it's your turn at the wheel, so Josue or Naomi, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And the wheel will come to rest in the wild turn category. So, and again, our students have a chance to earn 10 points. And this question will come from the English Language Arts subject area.
In the novel Night, what is a 7713?
And timekeeper, go ahead and start the time, please. And this is a English Language Arts question for our students from United South High School. It's worth 10 points, a wild turn question. And just to repeat, in the novel Night, what is A-7713? And if our students have an answer, they can give it to us. They have up to a minute to try to figure it out and speak to one another. And as they do,
we're going to say it's an address within the book.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. LBJ, do you have a question or an answer for us?
We say it's a number assigned to a prisoner in a concentration camp.
Well, the correct answer is the tattoo on Ellie's left arm. So, judges, do we want to accept that as correct or incorrect? Okay, the judges say yes. So, LBJ, you earned the 10 points, so congratulations. And it's also your turn at the wheel. So, David or Kimberly, will one of you spin the wheel for us? And our wheel, okay, we ask that you goes around at least once, and it's doing that, and we land in the science category this time. So our students from LBJ get a science question, and it'll be worth 5 points if you can answer correctly. There you go, and there you go.
The first trophic level of the ecosystem, represented by the diagram, has 1,000 units of energy. How many units of energy will be at the top trophic level? Letter A, 1,000 units. Letter B, 100 units. Letter C, 10 units. Or letter D, 1 unit.
And this is a science question for our students from LBJ. They can earn 5 points by answering correctly. And
we say it's C.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. United South, you have a chance to earn some points here. Do you have an answer for us, please?
D.
D is correct, 1 unit. That's the answer we were looking for. So United South, you earn the 5 points, and it's also your turn at the wheel. So Josue or Naomi, will you go ahead and give us a good spin, please? And And this time the wheel will come to rest in the math category. So I know Naomi said math was her favorite subject, so maybe she can help out here. So let's see. And these are your copy and your copy.
Okay,
Okay, let me go ahead and take care of this. Math question for United South. If y equals x squared minus 5x plus 7 and y equals g of x, find g of 4 times c. And your choices are c squared minus 5c plus 7, b, 4c squared minus 5c plus 7, letter C, 4c squared minus 20c plus 7, or D, 16c squared minus 20c plus 7. And this is a 5-point science question for our students from United South, and if y'all are ready, you can give us an answer.
We got D.
that is correct.
All right, very good, guys. The answer we were looking for was 16c squared minus 20c plus 7. Very good, guys. And LBJ High School, it's your turn at the wheel again, so David or Kimberly, go ahead and spin that wheel for us, please. And this time the wheel will come to rest in the wild turn category. So we've had quite a few of these today.
We have.
And this time it's coming from the math subject area. So I know Kimberly, you said math was your favorite subject, so we can give a copy to our teams. And go ahead, sir. I'll go ahead and take care of that, okay? Look at the equations below for x greater than 5, which has the largest values of y. Your choices are A, y equals x squared, B, y equals 2 to the power of x, C, y equals 2x, or D, y equals 2 plus x. And this is a wild turn question from the math subject area for our students from LBJ. And just to repeat, look at the equations below, and for x less than 5, which has the largest values of y? That's what we're looking for.
Letter B.
Letter B is correct.
Very good. Y equals 2 to the power of x. Very good, guys. You earned the 10 points. United South, it's your turn once again, so Josue, spin the wheel for us, please, if you would. And as the wheel goes around, it will come to rest eventually. And where it stops, science. Another science question for our students from United South. It's for your copy and your copy.
Okay, which two groups of organisms are decomposers in ecosystems? Letter A, protists and bacteria. Letter B, bacteria and plants. Letter C, bacteria and fungi. And letter D, fungi and plants.
Now this is a science question for our students from United South High School. They can earn 5 points by answering correctly. And just to repeat, which two groups of organisms are decomposers in ecosystems? Students have a list of choices there they can look at. And just to go over the choices again, A, protists and bacteria, B, bacteria and plants, C, bacteria and fungi, or D, fungi and plants. And of course, our students from United South can earn 5 points by answering correctly. Otherwise, our students from LBJ will get a chance to answer and earn the points. And do you have an answer for us, please?
Letter C.
Letter C is correct.
Very good. Bacteria and fungi. That's the answer we were looking for, and you got it, and you also earned the 5 points. LBJ, it's your turn again, so David or Kimberly, give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And the wheel will stop eventually, and it lands in the social studies subject area. All right. Here we go. That's your copy and yours.
Okay, under the open door policy of the late 1800s, American expansionists desired new overseas markets in letter A, Europe, letter B, Africa, letter C, Asia, or letter D, Australia.
Now, this is a social studies question for our students from LBJ. And just to repeat, under the open door policy of the late 1800s, American expansionists desired new overseas markets in...
That is correct.
That is correct. So good job, guys. You earned the 5 points. The correct answer was Asia, and you answered it correctly. And United South, it's your turn once again. So Naomi or Josue, spin that wheel for us, please. And this wheel will come to rest in the science subject area. There you go, and there you go.
Okay, which of the following pH readings is the most basic or alkaline? Letter A, 5, letter B, 7, letter C, 9, letter D, 11.
Letter D.
That is correct.
All right, 11's the answer we're looking for. And it's time now for a break, so let's go ahead and take that, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Jose Hernandez. I'm a former migrant farm worker and now a former NASA astronaut. I had the opportunity to become an astronaut because I stayed in school and I focused on STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. And even though we worked in the fields, I was able to realize my dream through hard work and perseverance. No matter how humble your beginnings are, there's a way to move forward, and that's through a proper education.
Don't join a gang. Criminal activity can land you in jail.
If you're in a gang and want to get out, if you've been threatened for not joining a gang, the United ISD anti-gang facilitators can help. They can help you get out of a gang.
The anti-gang facilitators are available at all UISD secondary schools. They can help you turn your life around.
And thank you everybody for joining us. You've been watching Knowledge for College. We'd like to thank our students from LBJ High School and United South High School for being such good sports. And we'd like to thank our guest host today, Mr. Steve Landin, the Chief of the Laredo Fire Department. And Steve, if you could just tell us, what did you think of our show today?
I really enjoyed being here with you all today, and I really appreciate the invitation. And I think it's a good learning tool for the students to keep them sharp.
All right.
You all did a great job.
And our students are very sharp today. And of course, before we depart, we'd like to thank some of the local businesses who provide prizes for our students. Chick-fil-A at Malden Norte, Chick-fil-A at Bob Bullock Loop, Montana Mike, Sonic, America's Drive-In, CC's Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese's Subways, and Great American Cookies. And with that, let's wave goodbye, everybody. Bye.